Hey guys, it's nap time. So I figured I'd hop on real quick and share with y'all some of the fiction titles that Usborne has to offer. I think everybody is familiar with Nibbles. Everybody knows and loves Nibbles, but we have some other great fiction books as well to choose from. So I wanted to kind of share those with y'all. The first one I have is Lemur Dreamer. This book is so cute. It's about this little lemur who sleepwalks, and the illustrations are really pretty. They're very light, kind of light and airy, it feels to me. But it's all about this little lemur who sleepwalks and his friends who go out of their way to make sure he's safe while he's sleepwalking. So it kind of follows their adventure as he's sleepwalking and what they do to keep him safe. And meanwhile, while he's sleepwalking, he's dreaming of all these different adventures that he's going on. So it's really cute. In the end, they get him a gift to keep him safe, and it's just a really sweet ending. But I love this book. It's all about friendship and helping out the ones that you love, and what we do for the people that are important in our lives. So this is really cute, Lemur Dreamer. The next one I have is Cordelia. Cordelia is about a little girl who can fly. So in the story, she flies all along, and it kind of starts out talking about her adventures. She likes to fly with the birds, and she flies over the ocean and talks to the whales and the dolphins, and she flies in outer space and plays with the stars and the moon. So it's nice and bright and colorful, just talking about how she can do the impossible. Well, towards the middle of the book, the people in Cordelia's life start to doubt her. They say that she's silly and that she can't fly and that it's just not possible. So Cordelia starts to believe them, and she starts to doubt herself. So it gets kind of sad. Cordelia's world starts to turn gray. It goes from being really colorful and bright, and slowly the pictures just lose their color and her world turns gray. So she's let everybody in her life kind of plant those doubts in her head, so she doesn't believe in herself anymore. Well, Cordelia ends up getting kind of angry at herself and deciding that she should believe in herself and that she can do anything. So she starts to get that pep back in her step, and she starts to fly again. And it says, Cordelia began to fly again, to sing and play and soar, because what others thought didn't matter anymore. So it's just such a sweet book about believing in yourself and not caring about what other people think. It's just really sweet story. I love this one. This is Cordelia. The next one I have is I Say Ooh, You Say Ah. This book is so fun and silly. We love it at story time. It definitely brings lots of giggles and silliness in our house, and it's very interactive. So as you're reading, the story gives you different prompts. So it's basically in the beginning, I say ooh, you say ah, as loudly as you can. So as you're reading, you're saying ooh, your child is shouting ah, and then starts with more prompts. If you see the color red, pat your head, and then it goes on. And then when you see an ant, shout underpants. So while you're reading, your child is saying ooh and ah and shouting underpants and patting their head, and it's just really cute, really silly. You're introduced to the little character, the donkey. His name is Ooh, so every time you say his name, the kids have to shout ah. But it's really cute. Lots of little ants in there. So you're shouting underpants, and in the end, you've found a pair of underpants on Ooh's head. It's just really cute, really fun. This is I Say Ooh, You Say Ah. The next one I want to show y'all is called I Love You Animally. And this is such a good story for bedtime. I love reading this with Finn. It's a great book for babies and baby showers. It does have the rounded corners, so there's no little eye pokes. But this book is so sweet. It just basically talks about how much you love your child, and it compares it to different qualities in an animal. So I'll read the first 2 pages. It says, I love you hugely like a whale. I love you shyly like a quail. I love you cleverly like a fox. I love you powerfully like an ox. I love you busily like a bee. I love you doggedly like a flea. So it just has really great adjectives, and the pictures are so cute. You've got the parent and the baby all throughout. Really sweet, colorful pictures, and just a sweet story. I love this one so much. It's probably one of my absolute favorites. And then in the very end, it says, I love you birdily, buggily, animally. I love you so, for you're my family. How sweet. So this is one of my favorites. We also have another one called Americanly, and it compares the way you love your child to different features throughout the United States. So like the Grand Canyon and things like that. That one is on my wish list. It's also just a beautiful story. And then finally, I want to share with y'all Ludwig. I've got two of them here. I've got Ludwig the Space Dog and Ludwig the Sea Dog. These books are so cool. Charlie loves them. They are actually 3D books, and each one comes with your own pair of 3D goggles and the little envelope. Let's see if I can get one out and show you. The Ludwig is a dog who actually lives inside books. He lives in the world of books. So he goes on these adventures with his friends inside these books, and this one is all about outer space. But I have to say, I wasn't sure how the pictures would pop with the 3D goggles, but it is so neat to put these goggles on and look at the illustrations, because they just pop, and it is so cool. Story is really cute. Again, he just kind of goes on these adventures with his friends. You can't really, it doesn't really do it justice until you actually put the goggles on. But this one, like I said, is all about outer space. And there's some really cool, if I can find it, some really cool pull-out pages. Like, just look how cool these pictures are. I think this one, let's see, right here maybe? No, I'll find it eventually. Oh, here we go. So the pages really open up, and when you have your 3D goggles on and you see all this in 3D, it is just so neat. Again, the story is really cool. All about this little dog, and we've got the one where he goes in the submarine through the sea, and again, it's a story that he's going into, so he's going inside this story that's all about under the sea. And this one also has a page that opens up really big and is just so cool to look at. Here it is. So when you've got those goggles on and all these fish and creatures are popping out at you, it's just so neat. So these are Ludwig the Sea Dog and Ludwig the Space Dog. So really fun, really popular in our house. Comes with a really neat pair of 3D goggles. So if you have any questions, just let me know. And if there's a book that you'd like to see more in depth, just let me know, and I'd love to make a video for you. Thanks, guys.